Welcome to the Neckslevel Rehab Protocol guided walkthrough session. In this video, we're going to walk through the entire Neckslevel Rehab Protocol, and you can follow along exercise by exercise, rep by rep. I'm Dr. Scott Dickinson, and if you have neck pain, neck stiffness, or you're rehabbing a neck injury, this video is for you. So to start, we're going to have your Neckslevel in stretch mode. So we're going to remove any resistance bands. And also, I'm wearing the Max Grip headband, which gives me grip during the strengthening exercises. So you're going to lie down on your back. We're going to make sure that the glider is centered on the device, and you're centered on the device as well. And to start, we're going to be doing the rotation stretch. As you begin with this, do not feel like you have to move through the whole range of motion as you turn left and right. This is just a warm-up to get the joints and the muscles moving. And over time, as you go through this stretch for about 2 minutes, you can increase the intensity or the range of motion. For good form, I want to make sure that you're turning your head on an axis. So you're not rolling your head on top of the glider like this. Instead, you're making the glider move. You should hear it moving underneath you. And you should be keeping your head centered between your left and your right shoulders. Also, we'll have you keep a gentle chin tuck as you're doing this exercise, and that will make sure that your neck is in a good posture. So feel free to open up the motion, go all the way left and all the way right as we do our last few reps. And now we'll switch into strength mode. So you're going to grab a resistance band, put that onto the glider. I like to start with a light resistance, especially if you're just getting going with your Neckslevel. And we'll do the same motion with resistance. So this is resisted rotation, exercise number 2 in the rehab protocol. And you should feel the resistance as you turn left and right. You should try to be moving the same amount left and right. But if you feel like you're having pain on one side versus the other, do not feel like you need to butt into that and press up against it. Really just take whatever your neck is giving you and try to be as relaxed as you can. The more isolated all your neck muscles can work, the better. We want to make sure that your torso, your chest is staying still, your shoulders are relaxed, and really it's just your neck doing the work. If you like, you can take a little break. We'll be doing 3 sets of 10 repetitions for the resisted rotation. This is also a good time to mention we want to make sure that your face and your jaw is also relaxed. It's easy to hold tension in these areas, especially when you're in neck pain. And so we want to make sure that your mouth, your jaw are relaxed. You're not clenching your teeth. And you're just letting your head rest heavy on the glider. Okay. So great job. We've done the first 2 exercises in the rehab protocol. And now we're going to move on to the isometrics. So for the isometrics, you're going to gently lift your head up in the air and push the glider with one of your hands to the side. I'm pushing the glider to the left with my right hand. And once you've preloaded to the side, you can release the hand and you'll hold it in place, keeping your nose straight up to the sky as you do the isometric hold. It might not feel like much depending on how much strength you're working with today, but if you do a little like micro turn and you just feel the resistance on the glider, it gives you an idea that your neck is definitely active and your muscles are preventing any motion. So let's release this. And now I'm going to push the glider to the right with my left hand, and we'll switch for another 10-second hold. You want to make sure, again, that you're not letting the glider win and you're holding your nose straight up to the sky, a gentle chin tuck, and you're keeping everything as relaxed as you can. Great. And now we'll go on back to the left side. So I'm pushing the glider to the left. If you feel like the full preload to one side is too much, feel free to just do a half slide on the glider. That's going to decrease the resistance by about a half, and it should be a little bit more manageable for you to hold a neutral position. Maybe you're having pain or it just feels like too much. The half slide is a good option for you. Okay, and we'll go back to the right side. Reminder to keep your chin gently tucked. Bad form would look like you coming down with your chin jutted up in the air like this. Instead, we want to come down with a gentle chin tuck, and that's the position to hold. Okay, and we'll do once more on each side. As far as pushing your head down into the glider, don't feel like you need to press it down any harder than you require to keep the glider in place. I don't want you to feel like you have to overstress and work the back muscles more than you have to. Okay, and last time, pushing the glider to the right, and we have a 10-second hold. So as we finish up here, we're going to be switching the position of your Neckslevel. Now we're going to go to have it being in a more vertical position. So that means you're going to rotate it like so. Now it's in line with my spine. And also we want to make sure that you have about a hand or a wrist's width of space between the base of your shoulders and the glider starting there. So we have our resistance band still on the glider, and we're going to start with some chin tucks. So to do that, you're going to preload the glider away about an inch. And with the glider preloaded away, you're going to lower your head in a chin tuck, and then you can let it go. So this is the motion going from a little bit beyond neutral, chin up in the air, and then you'll tuck your chin down and hold the chin tuck for 3 seconds. Release and tuck your chin down. So the point of that preload, where you position the glider a little bit away from you to start, is to make sure that there's always some resistance for your deep neck flexors as you're doing each chin tuck. So again, we're going to do 3 sets of 10 of the chin tucks. And a good thing for you to focus on will be to keep your rib cage from flaring up each time you do the chin tuck. It's easy to kind of arch your back and have your chest rise up with the chin tuck, but I want you to make sure you're isolating the motion to your upper neck. You might be wondering where you should feel this. This is going to be targeting the muscles deep in the front of your neck, which are actually behind your voice box, and you might feel this very deep in the front of your neck. That would be a good sign. That means you're isolating the correct muscles. And you might also feel a stretch in the muscles at the top of your neck in the back. Those would be the suboccipitals. And in the full chin tuck, you will feel those being stretched out. This is a super important muscle group because it keeps your head centered over top of your spine throughout the day. It prevents that forward head posture that we all know is so bad for neck health and can aggravate neck pain. So having these muscles, the deep neck flexors, being strong will help you maintain a good posture throughout the day. And if you've ever done the chin tuck exercise before in any other ways without this resistance system on the Neckslevel, you probably experienced how it's a bit more clunky. You can't really isolate the correct muscles, and the resistance band really adds some flavor to this exercise. Okay. So just a few more repetitions. 3-second hold, making sure that the jaw remains relaxed. Everything is relaxed, except for whatever muscles you're using, like the deep neck flexors. Great. So that was the toughest part of the session. Now we're going to do the relaxing part, where we get to get some traction. And so that means we're going to pull the glider down towards you, and you should feel it hit the base of your neck with your head lifted up in the air. Then you're going to release your hand and lower your head. And now I'm getting a gentle pull where the resistance band is gently stretching my neck up away from my body. What that does is it opens up and decompresses all of the joints, the ligaments, and the discs that are in your neck, which allows everything to be a lot happier. It reverses the process of gravity compressing your spine throughout the day. So being in this traction position is great for neck health. And don't feel like, if it feels good, don't feel like you should only do this for 2 minutes. You can stay here for as long as you want. Maybe even let yourself fall asleep. You'd be doing no harm. Make sure that your chin is coming down towards your chest. That's a good sign that your neck is fully relaxed. If you find that you're up like this and maybe a little bit more tense, the exercise is really not doing what it could. So you should be feeling your chin just gently tuck, and you can relax fully. If you want some more resistance, feel free to pop in a different resistance band. I have it on the lightest setting now, but there's no reason that you can't bump up to red or green whenever you want. So with that, we've made it through the Neckslevel Rehab Protocol guided session. Feel free to come back to this video and watch it whenever you like. And until next time, bye-bye.